Yo, what's happening? We're back for another episode of Riding Shotgun. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, let's get this sorted out. That's a start, isn't it? That's better. So yeah, thank you so much for joining once again. It's been a mad one. I can't deny. It has been crazy. So lots to catch up on, I guess. I've just come from my nan's. Again, another wonderful lunch that she put together for me. And this time I went for my session of shockwave therapy. Another one, got 4 more weeks to go. And this time we turned it down just a little notch because I felt bruised quite a lot last week. And I just wanted to not feel bruised, so we turned it down a little bit, and it should be golden for next time. But also a couple of days ago, let me just do these windows up just to touch it. Perfect. Last week went for a nice job interview. Yeah, so this job interview will allow me a whole lot more time to myself. To explore other avenues of working and doing what I love, while also earning a good wage, which will be amazing. I had the interview, it was in Orpington, and in all honesty, I thought I did really well because they were looking for a certain type of person. They had like a wish list of things that they would like to have on this person. And they didn't think they were going to get it, but they said that my CV had everything that they were looking for in terms of experience and that kind of thing. And what's good about it as well is the majority of it, I won't even need to go into the office to be part of. They said you can work from home, and you can just do your thing from home, and then, every now and again you might need to go in for a meeting or so. I was like, great, awesome. So I get to work from home, save on petrol, not commute, earn money, and the incentive is that if I build the revenue up and build the money up, then they will pay me more to compensate for that. So it's almost like an inbuilt commission without being a commission kind of thing, which is, brilliant, actually. So I think it went really well. I had a good rapport with them and answered all their questions, and I was very excited about what they wanted to do. And then at the end, when they said, like, is there anything about that you feel you're not keen on or it doesn't suit you? And I just came out with one thing that was a negative but a positive at the same time. So I kind of flipped it on them. And because one of the board members is leaving because she's moved down to like Sussex and is doing something else, I said that was my issue. I said, yeah, she's leaving. So I turned a negative into a positive without actually making a negative statement about the job, which I thought was kind of cunning, really. Kind of cunning. So they said they got one more person to interview this week, and they're going to let me know by end of this week, possibly next week. So we'll see how we go with that. I might grab that one, but I've also got an interview for a job tomorrow. Now, all these interviews seem to be coming out of the woodwork for some reason. And again, I haven't got to go anywhere for this one. It's just on a Zoom meeting, and this is to go back into the leisure centre business, which I'm not overly keen on, simply because of my last experience over in Leatherhead. But it seems like it might be a bit of a better company to work for. So I'm going to see what their guy has to say tomorrow, and whether it's going to be the same sort of I don't know, set up as what they can do, because obviously I've had some experiences there where it's just not worth the hassle at all, and I don't want to be putting all my eggs in one basket and then going, look, 3 months down the line I'm done with this. Ideally I'd like to go for this one that I've already had the interview for. I would like that one. I would enjoy that one a hell of a lot more. So yeah, that's kind of cool, and we'll see what happens with this one tomorrow as well. And then yeah, we played football on Sunday. Football on Sunday was very, very good, apart from the 3 challenges that absolutely battered me. So I had the first challenge where he run his studs down the back of my ankles and pushed me over. Wasn't a foul apparently. Said 11-year-olds go down easier than that. I went, but he run his studs down the back of me. The second one I was protecting myself, so my arms across my chest like that, and apparently that was a push when he ran into me. I don't see how that was a thing, because I was just protecting myself, and he threatened to give me a yellow card because I was complaining. I went, so you are going to give out yellow cards then, yeah? And then the third one, I was running towards the ball. He was coming from this way, he was coming from that way. I got to the ball just about first, but he slid in and took me right out, and I ended up eating floor and tasting grass basically. Pretty heavy challenge, and I've been aching a little bit since. Like my back hurts, knee hurts, wrists hurt, neck hurts. Yeah, it was a shit challenge. I even looked up at the ref and went, "Was that a foul?" And he went, "Yeah." I was like, "Fucking finally." And it was supposed to be a game where the challenges were supposed to be kept clean. How was that clean? I just don't fucking know. But we ended up winning 5-0. I got an assist, which was great. So received the ball probably about just outside the centre circle, spun on it and threaded the ball through to Craig, who then finished it. So yeah, I was dead happy with that. Really good weight on the ball, really good run from Craig, and very happy. Lots of people saying, good ball, well done. Very happy with that. The only issue I had with that is one of my own teammates saying, he's 10 years younger than me and he can't move very well. Well, yeah, that's what tendonitis gets you, dickhead. Can't fucking move properly. And I did ask him about it as well. I said, why are you saying that? Well, it's nothing I ain't said before. Well, keep your fucking dings to yourself. I don't understand why people are like that. Like, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Just keep it to yourself. Especially when there's a camera running and capturing your every word so everyone can fucking hear it. Idiot. And that really annoyed me. That really annoyed me as well. Because I was trying my best out there, you know. I can't run very fast, but I'll certainly try and do my best for the team and be on the ball and do whatever. And I'm trying to make myself do these things as much as possible. And it's not my fitness that is the issue at all. The fitness is there. I'm not saying, can I come off or anything like that. I just can't run very well. Simply because of this tendonitis. You know, I stretch, I take painkillers, I strap up. What am I going to do? What can I do? And I played with him on a Wednesday as well. And it really hurt me, the fact that he would say that, you know, behind my back kind of thing. You know, I've just had an assist. I've just done something good on the ball. I've created a goal. And the first thing he can say is he's 10 years younger than me and he can't fucking move very well. Behave, mate. So I figured this Wednesday, when I play, I'm just going to run rings around him. I don't care. I'm just going to keep going and going and going and going and going and I'll go past him. I don't care what I gotta do. I will injure the shit out of myself just to put that man's world to hurt, basically. I don't care. He's not going to get the better of me. And then at the end of it, I'm just going to take the piss out of him. I'm just going to make him look stupid on the ball. Fucking hell. Talk about cut me up. Sake. Why do people insist on cutting other people up? So annoying. She's in the front singing away, absolutely oblivious to anyone else. Idiots. More idiots on the road. So yeah, that kind of annoyed me that he would do that to me. I mean, we're all supposed to be friends and everything, and instead of going, well done, he's digging me out. Stupid. Never done anything to hurt the bloke. Never even said a bad word against him. Small man syndrome, that's what it is. Small man syndrome. So that upset me a little bit. And then yesterday, I don't know what it was. Not a clue. I don't know what it was. But I just felt miserable yesterday. Nothing had put me in a bad mood. Nothing had affected me or anything like that. But just yesterday, I just felt in such a miserable mood. Nothing could cheer me up. I watched YouTube videos that were funny, didn't cheer me up. I ate food, I had drink. I don't know what it was. Don't know what it was. The sun was shining, it was beautiful out. I just don't know why I felt so miserable. And then today, I mean, I don't feel miserable, but I don't feel happy either. I just got like an equilibrium kind of thing, you know. I'm just sat in the middle. So, I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know whether it was something I ate or hadn't eaten enough or what. I have no idea. But last night, I ended up going to sleep quite early, maybe about 10:30ish, something like that. I was quite tired. And I slept till about 1:30, something like that. And then could not get back to sleep again until 5 at least. And I wasn't hot, wasn't cold, window was wide open. Even put the TV on and had some cereals. Thought maybe that's the issue. No. Sat there playing games on my phone till 5 o'clock in the morning because I just could not sleep. Bloody annoying. So I'm hoping that tonight I sleep a hell of a lot better. I need to be fresh for tomorrow. Got to be fresh for tomorrow. And I don't know whether it's me overthinking right now as well, but Adam's been very distant with me recently as well. Usually he's ringing me and texting me and all sorts. And nothing. He's been very standoffish. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether he's busy or what, but I'll be over there this weekend for his Hawaiian party. And then we'll see where we go from there. But I don't know. It's a strange one. I just had a weird couple of days, you know? Just a weird couple of days. And I guess it'll all sort itself out eventually. I mean, it always does. Like they say, time is a good healer and all that. I mean, there are plenty of sayings out there that mean absolutely nothing. It's dog shit. But there are sayings out there that kind of you relate to, like time is a good healer. It is. You know, the amount of times I've sat there and gone, oh my God, this and that, and then over time, it's got a little bit easier and a little bit better. So like, I was just talking to my nan there about other nans and granddads that were alive, and she's the only one left. And I said, it's getting on for about 20 years since my granddad first died. And she was like, bloody hell. I was like, yeah, I know. 20 years. Can't believe where that's gone. But when I first found out, when I'd first moved to Spain, that granddad had died, I was mortified. I was in bits. I went on, I think it was about a 4-day bender, when anything and everything just went. I don't care. Did not care at all. Anything that I could do to just forget, I did. Just went on an absolute bender. But then over time, I'm not saying I don't miss him. Of course I miss him. I think about him all the time. I mean, I've even got his picture up in my studio. The last picture that was ever taken of him. I've always had that. And that's getting a bit faded as well now, actually, to be fair. But, yeah, no, I think about him all the time. But I guess it hurts less than what it did. Because it did really hurt. I mean, I remember standing there at his funeral, just bawling my eyes out. And I can't remember the last time I cried, actually. Not properly, not like outright bawling my eyes out. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I did. Does that make me heartless? I don't know. I just can't remember the last time I actually properly cried. I mean, little things get you and they upset you and stuff, but not to the point of crying. I mean, maybe it's just one of them things where I can't see the point of crying, because at the end of it, you're still in the same situation. It's just you spent a moment with water flooding out your eyes, being upset. And yet you're still in that situation, so I don't see the point of crying at all. I'm gonna miss my turn in here, you know. It's close. Yeah, I thought I was gonna miss the turn, and then that was very tight. I am going to head in to the gym, I think. I've got some time right now. And just get my ass to the gym, do a few weights. Maybe that will perk me up. Maybe that's what's missing. I need to just do a little bit of weight. A little bit of exercise, maybe. I know I've done the whole kind of football thing, but if I can't run, then I'm not out to my max, you know? If I get on a bike, I know I've got a bike at home or whatever, but like to actually grab a bike in a gym and go nowhere, and there's no elements against you, and you're not looking at tyres and God knows what else, it might be easier just to get in the gym and do a bit of exercise. Maybe that'll perk me up. Usually does. Usually makes me feel a whole lot better when I go to the gym. And I haven't been to the gym in a while, to be honest, because obviously I've been doing a lot of sports and I preferred that. So going to the gym, yeah. Do I miss working in the gym? Not really, not massively. I mean, at the moment I'm a bit tired of working for someone, if I'm honest. I'm a bit tired of working for someone. I want to work for myself, where I earn my own money. I'm in control of my own money, where it doesn't matter what hours I do or how hard I work, because all of the money goes into my pocket, rather than, you know, I'm doing all these hours and working all these things that I don't want to do, and it's lying in someone else's pocket. You know, I don't want to be doing that. So, and the thing is with that, I kind of got to figure out what I want to do as my own business, you know. Which is why this job, if I get it, would be so very good, because I can just go and do my own thing while earning a wage at someone else. So I can almost use them as like a fund, really, I guess. Like a fund to go and do other things. And that would be better for me. But me and Adam have been talking about like doing this pub thing together and earning money that way. which I think would be great. But I'd have serious issues with his procrastination, and I certainly wouldn't be doing all the hours under the sun just so he could sit at home and do fuck all. Not doing that. So I'd have some issues with that, and we'd have to work that out before anything else. Also, this is a thing that's happened in the last day or so. I've had a issue come up on my car that says that my brake servo is restricted. Now, I've never heard that one before, as a brake servo being restricted. Apparently, it is the brake booster control, and it's a pressure sensor that is fucked. Apparently, it's quite common on Audis, and that's where it kind of happens there. And I was looking online how much it costs, and people getting them done for like £250, and I'm like, blimey, 250 quid for that little thing. And then I went on eBay and found one for 15 quid, and I can fit it myself. I know, £250 of 15 quid. Mental, innit? So yeah, I've ordered one, and that should hopefully come Friday. So by the time you see me next, I will hopefully have done it. But I need one of those things where you can cancel out the thing, you know, the warning thing, because it will stay on there even though I've fixed it. But apparently, if I don't fix this servo thing, then it costs about $5,000 to get the whole thing sorted out, because the main part of it is taken over from the servo. So, yeah, bit of a nightmare. So I need to get that sorted pretty quick, and I'd rather not be driving when it's like that. So I'm trying to drive differently. So instead of using a brake, I'm using engine braking, and I'm using my cruise control to slow my ass down. And so far it's not been too bad. I think I've only touched the brakes maybe about, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, because I've been on long drives. So, I don't know. But I'm going to head into the gym now. Stay tuned for part 2 when we come out, and hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better. Hopefully I'll be feeling fresher, more vibrant, and yeah, I can give you an update on that. That's not a problem. Anyway, take care, bless, and I will see you for part 2 when I see you. Oh, we're back for part 2. So anyway, I thought what I would do is, after I've been to the gym, I'd nip into Halfords to see if they've got one of these servo things. Turns out not, which is kind of a pain really, because I need to get this sorted. So I have ordered one online, but I just thought maybe for the cost of 15 quid, maybe I could get one today and just sort it out there and then. But it looks like I'm just going to have to wait, which is a real pain in the arse. So yeah, So yep, I went into Halfords, not there. Went into a couple of other places, not there neither. Just bullshit, annoying. It is what it is. It's one of those little inconvenience things, you know. I hate little inconveniences. I mean, what else is like a little inconvenience that you just don't think about being as a little inconvenience at the time, but it's just huge at the time. A huge inconvenience, you know. I tell you what is inconvenience, and you think it's huge at the time, but it's not. Is when you run out of toilet paper, and like you're fresh off the dump. Oh, hay fever. Big at the time, just a minor inconvenience. Hate hay fever. Terrible. Worst. Horrible. Ugh. So yeah, no, if you're sitting on the toilet, you just had a poo, and you got that doo-doo all around, yeah, you got no toilet paper, and there you are, shuffling around, pants around your ankles, and yeah, annoying, really annoying. at the time, but then minor inconvenience. Also, when you've got no toilet paper, you think you can get by, but really you can't. And like everybody's put their finger through the paper at some point, surely, right? I've definitely put my finger through the paper. And you look at the paper like it's the paper's fault. Like, oh, it's your fault that I've now got shit on my hands. But you can't get that smell of poo off your finger. Doesn't matter how you can have bleach on your finger for 3 days and still it will come out with, I mean, I don't know what I'm eating, but like you just got doo-doo on your finger and you have to get right in there with a brush to get it all out of that nail and everything. Just minor inconveniences, which are huge at the time, but when you think about it, it's just a minor inconvenience. It's not that much of a big deal, you know. Like this with the servo going, minor inconvenience, big deal at the time, pain in the ass, just annoying. And I can feel the brakes being clicky underneath my foot, like they just don't know what they're doing. This hay fever is kicking my ass as well. It's just been the worst today. I sat in the car after I got out of the gym and I sneezed like 5 times in a row. I can't remember the last time I did that. I just keep like creating hay fever snot. You know, it's not like normal snot. Hay fever snot is cold and thick and runny and sits in the back of your throat and it tastes different. Ugh. Horrible. Fucking horrible. But what are you going to do? I mean, yeah. Imagine being like allergic to plants. I mean, how ridiculous and disgusting is that? You're allergic to plants. You can't get any more useless than that, can you really? I'm allergic to plants. You try and be a manly man. Nope, can't be a manly man. You're allergic to plants. Dog shit, mate. Dog shit. Oh, traffic is bad up here again. Anyway, I went to the gym. I actually tried out the gym in Dartford this time. I've been there before, but yeah, I just wanted to nip in there because it is on the way. And had a good session. I got on a bike. I feel a little bit better now. I've had the blood pumping around my body, and I just feel a bit more alive and a little bit more awake and a little bit more like I can operate. And it was nice in there as well. It was nice and cool. They had the air conditioning going, but also with the air conditioning going means that all the pollen and all that shit had been filtered out, so I wasn't sneezing my arse off, which is really horrific. But good news. Hey, good news. I found out today that one of my friends, one of my oldest and dearest friends, Mr. Mark Ball, nickname of Nobbers. It's probably not been called Nobbers in years, but nickname of Nobbers, is having a baby with his now missus, which is great. I mean, he's had a kid before, back when he was in Spain with a girl called Rachel, and she was a bit nuts. And I don't think they really saw eye to eye for a long period of time. And her mum was a bit of a head job as well. It's true, yeah, a bit of a head job. But he's having another baby. I mean, the kid that he's got right now, he's probably... I mean, how old has his kid got to be now? I'm obviously not going to say the kid's name on here, but... how old would a kid be now? I mean, I've been back, be 12 years this year. Yeah, I mean, the kid's got to be 13, maybe 14, something like that. That's madness. I mean, another friend of mine, she had her kid when I was over there as well, and I was kind of seeing her at the time. And like that boy, I remember going to see in the hospital when he was first born, and obviously not my kid, but yeah, I remember going to see the kid, and that was 16 years ago. He's just finished his GCSEs. He's actually becoming a man. 16 years ago. How has that gone by? I was actually saying to her the other day, you know, where has that gone? That is super scary. That has gone 16 years. Now, I just remember sitting there, like, finding out that she's pregnant and going, shit. And then realising that it wasn't mine. It's about the only time in my life there has been a 50-50. But yeah, as soon as I saw that boy, I knew 1,000,000% that boy was not of my loin. Why? Because he looks so much like his rat dad. His dad did look like a rat, to be fair. But oh well and good, the boy has actually grown up to be a good looking fella, where his old man is still a rat. I never liked that bloke. To be fair, like, I've never, I mean, you know when you go through life and there's always one name that sticks out that is always a bit of a dickhead. Always a bit of a dickhead. There's always one name that you come across. And the name that I always come across that are always dickheads, there was one in primary school, there was one in secondary school, there's been a couple throughout life, and that name is Ben. Anyone called Ben has always been a dickhead in my life. If you can, what name is there that always crops up where the bloke always seems to be a bit of a dickhead, or there's a girl whose name always tends to be a bit of a bitch? There's always one. For me, that name is Ben. If your name is Ben, you're more than likely a dickhead. Stop being a dickhead, Ben. It's always the same. Always the same. Whenever I meet a Ben, I'm instantly on like, oh, God. However, there is a guy that I play football with called Ben, and he is actually quite a nice guy, which is fine. But there's always one Ben that you meet. Always one Ben that you think, oh, this bellend. For fuck's sake. I can't think of a girl that I've always thought, oh, Christ. Just trying to think, is there any girls that I've come across that I think, I can't stand you? No, I don't think I can. I don't think there's been a girl that I've properly come across that I would say, oh my word, I can't stand to even talk to you, let alone be around you. Don't know. No, don't think there is. Don't think there is. And if there has been, then I'm certainly forgotten about it, so it couldn't have been that bad. Just trying to think of some of the names in like school and some of the names of girls that I've met that I think, oh, you. Maybe Kirsty. Kirsty could be a name. I always think a bit of a dick. Maybe. But there's only been a couple of those that I've met that have been dicks. Anywho, let me know. Put it in the comments section. Write me a letter, send me a smoke signal, whatever. Tell me the name of the person that has always cropped up in your life that you think, dick. Also, found out the other day that I can ride a motorcycle legally without having to take a bike license. But this is under, I think it's under 125. I think it is under 125. So anything that goes up to about 30 miles an hour. If I get a bike that goes about 30 miles an hour, I can ride it on the road, no problem, just grab insurance, away you go. Which I didn't know. I didn't know at all. But to be fair, if you're going to get a bike, why would you get a bike for just 30 miles an hour? You'd want to go up to a 125, wouldn't you? Unless you're just doing around town. Just get a bike around town. But I don't know. It's like Adam, he can get his on Grandad's because he's older than me. I literally missed out on about 4 years, I think it was. If I'd have been 4 years older, I would have got it on Grandad's and could have just got a bike and away you go. But I'm not really that keen on getting a motorbike that much that I want to spend upwards of $1,000 just learning. That's without getting a bike. We'll see. I might change my mind. You never know. I never know. Might have to if this thing doesn't work out and getting its servo fixed. So yeah, some big news this week then, isn't it really? A couple of good things that have gone on, a couple of good things that have happened, and in all honesty, I just think that this week really needs to come to a head where, you know, I'm coming out the other side with some sort of direction and plan, with all the loose ends tied off, if you know what I mean. I need to have all the loose ends sorted out, because all these loose ends I think are dragging me down a little bit. I need to get to the gym more. That gym session was lovely. I did a bit of arms, I did a little bit of abs, did a little bit of legs as well, and I stretched my ankles, and just tried to pull the threads out a little bit. You can shut up and all. Very, very noisy. Bloody lorries. But yeah, no, it just it seemed like it was a nice, what's it called, like it was a nice workout, you know. I needed it, kind of thing. And then got in a shower afterwards, a nice shower, which was good. And I've just found a really long hair poking out there. Why have I got a really long hair there? That's silly. How has that happened? I don't even have a beard that long. That's mental. That's absolutely mental. You might have noticed that I got a haircut as well. And I think that was something that I needed also, just to freshen up a little bit, because if I didn't have the haircut, I was just starting to look like I was living homeless, which is no good at all. Let me open the windows again, it's bloody hot. So yeah, starting to look homeless. So shout out to View Barbershop in Maidstone. I tell you what, wherever I go, it doesn't matter where, does not matter where, I just can't get a better cut than View Barbershop. My man Ryan, he's just so bloody good. Just so good. I've been to a couple of barbershops because he was on paternity leave as well. The last time I needed a haircut, he's just had a little baby. He had to postpone his wedding, and then he's had a little one this year. And he went on paternity leave just after little one was born. And right at that point, I needed a haircut. And I was like, all right, I need a haircut. I'm going to have to go somewhere else. So I chose a barbershop out of 20 or 30 in the area, based on reviews and what it looked like and all this kind of thing. I went there. It's just the worst haircut. The worst. And I don't know whether it was because I didn't trust him that it didn't turn out well, but it was the fact that I said, you know, I wanted my parting there, and then I had to show him where the parting was, and then he was saying, do I want a short fringe? What? I don't even have a fringe. Like, shut up. What's wrong with you? Just, yeah, the worst. But shout out to View Barbershop. View Barbershop are the best barbershop I've ever been to, period. And they're not even paying me for that. Not even paying me to say that. I will gladly promote them because they are just dynamite. So good. There's 4 guys in there and they are just the absolute best. So good. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I thought that would cheer me up a little bit and get me sorted, make me feel a little bit fresher. Yesterday, sadly not, it didn't. But I feel good today because, like, when I got into the shower, like today, and just kind of got rid of the sweat and just general feeling like trash after a good workout, when my heart rate was up and, you know, my blood's pumping around my veins and get a bit of a pump on, it just felt nice, really. I feel a little bit better, a little bit more positive, which is always good. Love being positive. So yeah, nearly there, guys, nearly there. It's been an eventful one, I gotta say. You know, a little stop off at the gym, stop off at Halfords. I mean, with Halfords, they just didn't seem to stock anything. It was always like, they hold the very bare basics, like your window wipers and a few electrical bits. But it was always going to be, yeah, we'll order it in. And then even when I looked online, they said, no, we don't even do them. Don't even do them. I was like, all right, fine. I'll have to just wait it out and wait till this thing comes. I mean, I did get an email saying that the server that I'd bought had been posted, so maybe it will get here tomorrow. Maybe. If it does, fantastic, brilliant, awesome. If it doesn't, just have to wait till Friday. But it needs to be here by the weekend, because obviously I've got football in the evening on Friday, then Saturday I'm over at Adams as well, so it's got a long ass drive. So ideally I need that sorted and done, because I don't really like using engine braking in my what's it called? Oh, what's it bloody called? The thing where it keeps your thing set. Oh, it's just gone. It's gone in my head. Do you ever have that when, like, you'd be talking out of a sentence and you just can't think of the word ever, but it's a word you say all the time, and it's on the tip of your tongue, and you know what you want to say, but it's just not there. It's really not there, and I can really feel those brakes being quite different underneath my foot. Oh, bloody hell. What is that word called? You're probably screaming at me through the screen going, it's this! I want to say drive, it's not drive select. That's stupid. It's not drive select. It's not autopilot, but you get what I mean. It's autopilot for cars. So fucking stupid. Why can't I think of the word? Oh, my head's just gone like a flannel. just wet and useless. It is called... Oh, this is going to drive me mental now, you know that. It's going to drive me absolutely mental. I need to know what it's bloody called. Oh, find it, don't grind it. I've been doing that a lot lately as well. I just need to learn how to drive again. Jesus. Need to find the gear rather than grinding it. Need to sort this auto pilot out, or whatever it's bloody called. Fix the bleeding servo. And I've got to stick this thing in for a fucking MOT in the next few days as well. I mean, I'm glad I'm not doing the MOT like today or tomorrow, because I'll put it in there and go, nah, it's failed. But then again, is that one of the things that it would fail on? I mean, obviously there's a warning light on there, but would it fail on the fact that it's got no brake servo detected? Is that one of the things? Because obviously they test brakes. And again, I don't want them pumping away at the brakes when the servo's knackered. They'll do me some damage. But I need to try and find some cheap MOT places. I mean, last time I found a place that did an MOT for £22, which isn't too sad. They had an offer on as well. £22, and the ones that I've seen recently are like 35, 37, £40. I'm like, I'm not paying £40 for an MOT. It's just not happening, sunshine. Not doing it. Absolutely freaking not. And I got nervous at £22, you know. I thought maybe £15 would be good, but no, £22. So need to get that sorted, and we'll get it sorted. We will, of course we will. So nearly home there, guys. I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you very much for subscribing, liking, and hitting that notification bell. I really do appreciate all of your support, all of your help, sharing, liking, all that kind of thing. I do appreciate all of that. Of course I do, absolutely. If you could head over to Patreon as well, if you could head over to Patreon and subscribe to that, because that would obviously keep the lights on in the house. That'd be great. It's patreon.com/Riding Shotgun Podcast. There you go. And all it costs is just 10p per day. Less than a cup of coffee per month. That's all it is. Less than a cup of coffee per month to get all of the episodes, all of them. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'm not paying that, why not? Why not be part of the revolution? Why not hear everything I have to say about everything that goes on in my life, including my own thoughts, opinions, and everything like that, and everybody else's too? Why not? Go for it. It's not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt you at all. And I'd really appreciate it too. But if not, just give me a little review. Hit the 5 stars if you're on any of the audio platforms. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I really appreciate it. You know, say it with some chest if you really mean it. If you really don't like it, tell me. If you really like it, then tell me. Of course I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me. I love you, and I will see you on the next one. We've just gone past 30 episodes of Riding Shotgun, and that is more than I imagined would be so quickly as well. So thank you very much for everyone who's listened in to past episodes. I think we've just gone past 30,000 views on YouTube, which again I did not expect in such a small space of time, and appreciate that. So do keep watching, liking, subscribing, and hitting those notification bells, because it means so much. So take care, God bless, and I'll see you for the next one.